Bienvenue and welcome to Beaumont, Alberta. Located just minutes southeast of Edmonton, Beaumont's a charming community with big city conveniences. It's where life feels just right, with safe neighborhoods, historic French-Canadian heritage, a strong economy, and a youthful energy that shines through everything we do. Here, every season brings us together, and it's easy to feel welcome, connected, and part of something bigger.
Faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
too. So it's going to be really cool seeing those really young athletes come out here and play and have that opportunity. So a little bit of a mistake there where it was a hit and roll out, and now it looks like they're going to be trying to go around that center guard and see if they can get a steal or a really tough force in the first end here.
Throwing the thirds is Jamie Smith. I talked to her before the game, and she just wants everybody to know that she can solve a Rubik's Cube. A lot smarter than me and Matt, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Looks like this one's going to be a little light.
The old double center guards, but with the thirds last stone. So now let's get into offense with Team Johnston and let's bury one around the centers, and now they can maybe even get 2 or 3 back into play here if they make a couple of really good shots. So a tough draw in the first end where maybe that wasn't the side that they practiced on. They did have an opportunity to go around the rock on either side, so I wasn't aware of which side they practiced on, so they should have probably picked the side that they practiced on. But fresh sheet of ice first end, and looks like they got it stuck a little bit, and then the other team looks at
heavy.
that and goes, okay, maybe it's a little bit heavy out there, and then throws it through. So teams learning in the ice. Jerry from Curling Stadium just reached out to me and wanted us to reintroduce ourselves and what we're doing here. So my name is Matt Yo. I'm the head ice maker and kind of chair, I guess, for the Grand Slam of Curling. And right beside me here, Ryan Dutka, who has a little bit of a vested interest. Commentators are supposed to say neutral, but his daughter Savannah is playing on the Team Johnston team as lead. So
Yeah, it's fun to be here. It's a proud dad moment, but like I said, I'll be definitely neutral. It'll be a good game to watch here, and see if right now Jamie can draw one around and put pressure on Julia, who is filling in for Skip today, and try to steal one away from them here.
Yeah, again, we're down here at the Beaumont Curling Club for the Grand Slam of Curling, the Junior Grand Slam. So once again, we have 16 ladies teams and 16 men's teams, U25, and then 8 U15 teams that are competing for prize purse, as well as the opportunity to play down at Silent Ice on Sunday. Their finals. I don't know if this is going to crash on the guard yet, but might split them in and lie too. Real close. But anyways, yeah, the finals of these events will actually be played at the Grand Slam on Sunday, right on the Grand Slam ice, in front of 2,000 spectators. That's I believe it's already sold out for the weekend, and I think they might be a little bit nervous when they get out there in front of the big lights, but it's going to be a huge experience for them, and I know these athletes are super excited for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a fun event. Looks like Julia's going to maybe try to hit and flop in behind the center guard, I would think.
Yeah, there's a couple opportunities here. Looks like it's about a quarter buried. There is quite a bit of movement out there this weekend. There's 2 opportunities here to play real tight to the center guard and try to hit and roll touch buried, or hit and roll all the way to the wings and then give your opportunity, or give the other skip an opportunity to either A, first end, go around those center guards and put the force on, or try a long hit and roll. And then you as a team with the hammer, that long hit and roll is tough. Then you might have a chance to blank. So
What would you do here?
I'd probably try the long hit and roll and have a biter out there in the 12-foot. You obviously got to stick around. But yeah, the hit and roll is probably what the other team would play, like they're doing here. And then, you might have a chance to get away with the blank.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you're hitting and rolling out there. Their hit and roll is going to be maxed to the 8-foot. So it gives you 8 feet to draw to with your last one if they make it perfect. If you hit and roll behind the center there, the other team just has an opportunity to loop it around all the junk up there and really, and really have a chance to get a steal. So good opportunity in the first end here to put some pressure on, and we'll see if the hit and roll is executed.
Yeah, Emma's going to try to hit and roll here. She actually loves to sing karaoke, she told me here before the game, and she's excited for the Grand Slam of Karaoke later on during the week here. I think on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday night down at Silent Ice.
Yeah, she says there is video of her singing Pitbull's song at the last Grand Slam event. So she's got some experience coming into that as well.
This looks like it's going to roll a little bit too far, but probably still stick around to make the team earn the blank. And it's not like the Grand Slam of curling here. The different rules. The Grand Slam this weekend. I haven't been down there. We've been stuck at the club, but I believe it's you can't blank more than 2 in a row or 2 at all.
You can only blank 1 end per game.
You can only blank 1 end per game, which I think is a really interesting and cool rule. But not here. We had I think 4 or 5 blanks in a row in one of the men's teams earlier this morning. So this gives Team Johnston, skipped by Julia Kennedy today, an opportunity to hit and roll out in the first end.
Not good first end, a couple missed shots by both teams, but just feeling out the ice like you said. Looks good. Oh, no.
Just stuck it around there.
Did stick around for 1.
1 point for Team Johnston in the first end, and we'll be back to you right away.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Welcome back, folks. At first end, Julia Kennedy, Team Johnston got 1 there. They couldn't blank, so they took the 1 in the first, and we're here in the second. And it looks like they've Artichuk threw up a corner guard, and Savannah throwing the second rock here. Probably calling for another center line guard, I would assume.
Yeah, nice and tight. Looks like they threw their first one. Savannah made a great shot there, top 4 foot. So now it looks like they wanted this one nice and tight and cover that one top 4. Just want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone back to the Junior Slam here at the Beaumont Curling Club in partnership with the Grand Slam of Curling. First event of its kind for the Grand Slam, and it's been tremendously supported. The companies inside Beaumont and the volunteers have just been absolutely outstanding. Northern Lights Fiber, which you see the logo there on the top of the screen, has been an absolute fantastic platinum sponsor. The City of Beaumont, Green Amp Solar, Brightview Financial, Hack to House Curling Supplies, and MFP has been an absolute great sponsors for the club as well as this event to bring as much professionalism as we can to a curling club and trying to create a great atmosphere for these for these curlers with some stands in the back and some draping and a bunch of nice stuff upstairs. So I want to send a huge thank you out to all of our sponsors as well as the volunteers for this event. These type of events would never happen without our great volunteers. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, volunteers. So great shot there by the lead there. She came around that corner guard. Been in the game a while now, and I always see corner guards go up at the junior level and never utilized. So it's nice to see that it was utilized there perfectly. So Casey here now nicknamed Special K, apparently. And I don't think it's because of the cereal. I think it's just that was her dad. I texted her dad. I'm like, I need something about her. She's like, her nickname's Special K. So.
Oh, after the first little shaky end, the girls are firing here now. So looks like four perfect shots. And we're going to have some rocks in play this time. Nice shot of the Green App Solar and Energy Incorporation sign. We actually renamed the sheets here at the club. They're not sheets 1 to 6. They're named after our silver and gold sponsors. So we have the Green App sheet that they're playing on right now. Also, too, anyone that's online right now, Curling Alberta 50/50, the proceeds go to the Beaumont Curling Club, and we're really hoping to get another set of our junior rocks and everything for our juniors that have really expanded here in the club over the last few years. So please support the Curling Alberta 50/50. You can see the link right on the Beaumont Curling Club page or on curlingalberta.ca.
Looks like she's trying to double here, but it might be on the guard.
Yeah, everyone's getting caught a little bit. I had a couple comments here about the ice during practice. It looks like it's straight out of the hand, and then about halfway down 3/4, it really starts taking your curl on there. So you see a little bit of over curls here early in the week and kicking the guards. But at the end of the day, too, that's a good shot. You don't want to flash it on the outside or anything like that. That's your bailout shot, and you take off that center guard. You have one dead buried behind your corner, so puts the pressure on the other team to get up another center guard perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Casey's here going to try to replace that shot. Casey actually won the high school provincial championships last year with Claire. So, like we said before, there's a lot of talent on this ice, not just on this sheet, but all the sheets. It is going to be an extremely fun week of curling here.
Yeah, there's some great games already. It started 8 o'clock this morning here at Beaumont, and there's been some really good shot making and some really good team shots out there that's really proven some spectators some good viewing. So we have the U15 starting tomorrow night at 4 o'clock, so they'll be out on the ice surface, and we're excited to see the 8 teams. We have a team from Scotland, a team from the US, and a couple teams from Beaumont, and a couple other local teams here from Alberta and Saskatchewan. So we're super excited to see those young athletes come out and get some experience on this type of level.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I know Matt doesn't really like the credit and stuff, but got to give a huge shout out to him and his staff. And Matt always steps up to host big events like this, and they do a great job. And on the ice, off the ice, it's been a fun week, especially as a parent to one of the curlers. So just like to thank Matt and his wife and the Beaumont Curling Club for hosting a big event like this and showcasing these young curlers and all the talent they have.
Oh, thank you very much. If the camera's on, I'd be blushing. So.
You never blush, buddy. I grew up with you.
Yeah, exactly. Underrated shot there by, how do we say that to you? Artichuk? Artichuk. Underrated shot there where they're peeling the center guard. They peeled it over top of their shooter, went over top of their corner guard. That is a very tough shot to do when you're peeling the rock that way. The reason why they're peeling the rock that way is not to peel the yellow rock into the red, but to miss their corner guard there was a phenomenal shot. So I think now that they're going to give it try to have an opportunity to run this straight back and jiggle those ones on the forefoot, they're kind of running out of stones to deal with those ones in the forefoot.
Yeah, Jamie's going to try to open it up here.
So right here is when it starts to curl. Gonna be real close. Great shot.
Great shot, yeah. Able to get rock out, open up the button there a little bit.
Right on cue, eh? The boys are on the replay. Look at that.
Yeah.
Boy, production team out there. Connor, great job.
Yeah, this is a great system that Jerry and his team have here, and to be able to bring this all over the world, because we got teams from Korea, Japan, like you said, the States, Scotland. So it's great that they, if their parents and stuff, family couldn't make it over, that they can watch their kids curl on a great system.
Yeah, curling stadium. Anybody out there? We've installed it here at the club, and it's really worked out tremendously, and it's great to being able to bring these to our global audience and to other communities, other than just having to come down at the club to watch it. So thanks, huge shout out to Jerry and John Benton and all your producers. Connor's doing this game. You guys have been doing an amazing job, and really bringing curling into the home and into your phones and everything else, and it's been tremendous for the sport.
Great shot there by Claire. Was able to draw around the guard and get about half buried, so they don't have the easy double here. So it looks like she's gonna try to pick it out or hit and flop it again behind their corner guard here. I don't think the double's there, but I always curl 100% behind the glass. So.
Yeah, this can be really close. It's gonna be really close to making the double. The old hack weight senior double. Oh, good shot.
Yeah,
still great shot. Yeah, you know what? Shot rock rolls, or the shooting rock. The delivered stone would be the correct way to put that. Yeah. Rolls right over top in front of the yellow, and now there's a double there, but you got to be very careful you don't take out your own yellow, and then the reds got all the control here. So
yeah, you don't want to overthrow this rock. And we've been curling with Julia here since U15, so she's made more doubles than I can remember. So I'm a betting man when I do like to bet. That I think this is going to be pretty close. Julia wanted everybody to know, and I've seen them, that she's got a couple pet turtles as her dad right now peeks into the window, walks away. But Kennedy's a pretty well-known family in the curling world here in Alberta. Her uncle Mark is in the States right now. They're off to the
Pan-Continental, yeah.
Pan-Continental, yeah. So Julia does have a tendency to overthrow these. It doesn't look like she's...
looked like she got it started there a little bit, but now they're going to try to go it the other way, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, just pick it out.
Great audible there, right? Looked like it was a little bit of a soft release out of her hand, started curling right away. But really good, really good teamwork to pick up on that, to not sit there and jam it on your shot rock, to hit it on the other side. And unfortunately, you rolled out. It'd been nice to even try to stick that in the yellow part of the Yellow Jacket Energy Services logo, but disaster avoided. If you jam that, you're probably giving up 3 pretty easily, but you still have a chance to with a good freeze, or if she hits and rolls out, or hits and stays with a good hit and roll, you can put some pressure on them here. So
yeah, Artichuk's back in the driver's seat here if they can get a good hit flop. Definitely 2s in play, even 3 possibility. And these girls, I talked to the coach before, using these big event like this to get ready. They are going to attempt to try to win Ontario's spot for the Scotties. So this is a good event for them to get warmed up. Like I said, everything is pushed up this year because of the Olympics. So trials are all a lot playdowns are a lot earlier this year. So a lot of curlers have been playing a lot of events right now before the trials and playdowns. So
yeah, this looks close. They're kind of on off of it all day, and just probably great shot. Probably a little bit early in the week here, just to see how the curl comes down this sheet. So she overrolled there a little bit, but unfortunately for her, she rolled right across the sheet to behind the corner guard there. So really tough shot here for Julia, and we'll see if she can hit and roll behind that center guard and get shot rock and put some pressure on. But tough shot here to you know how the end has changed since that run double that the third from, how do you say that name again?
Artichuk.
Artichuk's team made there. So
That's Sturgeon Comp education is right there.
Yeah.
Right, Maddie. Yeah, so she's going to try to chase this one here, and definitely do not want to wreck on the yellow.
yeah, my dad always said you're either born with looks or brains. Unfortunately, I got either. So
No, you definitely that is true.
all right, big shot here. Let's see. She was a little soft with her first in turn. Looked like they jumped this right away too. So it might be an audible off her own yellow and to roll into the center guard here. No.
No, not. I think they jumped it, and they got a piece of it.
Yeah. Disaster avoided. Gonna have to leave a draw for two.
Yeah. So good chance here for Emma to get her draw weight down, and just in case she needs it later in the game or in the eighth end, she's coming home here. So hopefully she learned something during the draw of the button or last stone draw in practice. So see if we can get a time on this, and she's going to try to get her deuce here, and that's what you want. You want to try to generate your juices with the hammers.
Yeah, and then you go shake your third's hand for making that shot to get you out of trouble. And
Exactly.
see if we can get a clock on it here. I might exaggerate the time, so we'll see if I'm.
That's the ice maker talk there, right?
Yeah. So very important on these draw shots. You want to be a positive release, especially on ice that's curling a little bit. Looks like she got it out there.
It's a little heavy. That looks good.
Yeah, we got a 13.99, so 14 seconds back eight. Two points for Artichuk and a 2-1 lead going into the third end, and we'll be back with you in a minute.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Bienvenue and welcome to Beaumont, Alberta. Located just minutes southeast of Edmonton, Beaumont's a charming community with big city conveniences. It's where life feels just right, with safe neighborhoods, historic French-Canadian heritage, a strong economy, and a youthful energy that shines through everything we do. Here, every season brings us together, and it's easy to feel welcome, connected, and part of something bigger.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock!
Welcome back to the Junior Grand Slam of Curling event here at the Beaumont Curling Club. 2-1 lead for Team Artichuk over Team Johnston, subbed in by Julia Kennedy as a skip. Chloe is on a plane as we speak, coming here.
She is, yeah. She's flying in from Regina. It is 2-1. Don't look at the scoreboard, as they did put it where the blank is. I think, isn't it?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Okay, so it is 2-1. Looks like leads first rock through a tight center guard. Savannah came in. Looks like she probably overcurled a little bit, and they're going to try to make a play and hit and roll over. Looks like just off nose here. Great shot. And looks like Julia's going to ask Savannah to hit and roll over. Savannah and both Julia last year were lucky enough to represent Alberta as Alberta 2 at the U18 Nationals in Saskatoon. First national event for both of those girls, and it was a great week, a long week. I was lucky enough to be there, and they brought home the silver medal to Alberta and for the Beaumont Curling Club. They played a team out in Nova Scotia in the final, and the experience of the Nova Scotia team definitely helped them in the final, as our girls were pretty nervous playing on the featured sheet on TV with the microphones and everything right beside the stands. But it was a great experience for those two girls, and we're able to bring home a silver medal, and pretty proud moment for Dad too.
Yeah, it was great watching her on TV there, and they did really, really well. Came back because they were down, I think 4 or 5 early or something like that. And
they were, yeah. We started off pretty slow, and then we I think we got 3 or 4 back to tie it up, and then unfortunately next end gave it right back to them and just couldn't claw our way back. And I think we lost 8-7 maybe was the final, but what a great event. And out at that Nutana Curling Club, which is another one of the greatest curling clubs in Canada.
Yeah, absolutely. They're, you know what, the athletes now at this age are absolutely amazing. I remember curling at this age, and we did not put the time nor the effort that these young athletes put in, and it shows. They're amazingly skilled and trained through some great coaching, and you know, the parents have really dove in and brought them to the curling clubs as much practice as they possibly can. I know Savannah now is the assistant manager and ice maker here at the Beaumont Curling Club, and I think she's enjoying her job. It's been pretty busy here the last 2 or 3 weeks, getting ready for the Junior Slam and making ice and whatnot. But throwing some rocks, some practice rocks, and these athletes now are out here almost every day throwing rocks. So it's great to see.
Yeah, it's great for her to work at a curling club and learn from one of the top ice makers actually here in Alberta. And if you know the Yeo family, your dad has done ice for several big events, and I remember growing up with you out in Bonaccord Gibbons area, and everyone know who the Yeos were in the curling world, and so it is a great experience for her. And I remember sitting down with you just talking about ice and different, like it's definitely a skill. It's not just turn on the lights and flip on not the furnace, but the
ice refrigeration.
Yeah, the refrigerator and stuff like that, all the temperature and stuff. And I learned a lot too, so she's definitely learned a lot, and hopefully I'll help her this week out on her home ice. Looking like we're trying to get a run back here, but just missed.
Kind of a tale of, you know, a similar end, no corner guards here, but now Julia's got to make a decision if she wants to guard. She has the hammer, so does she want to guard the 2 shots on the forefoot? I would say yes, yeah, and really go after it here to get her deuce back. So
would you throw a tight guard here, or would you want a high guard?
Yeah, I'd probably want it just tight to the house. That run back that they're going to try, the rock in the back forefoot there is going to jam off their rock in the back 8 foot. So it's going to be pretty tough to get both of those yellows going with a run back with a yellow rock. So, you know, nice and tight. So if they try to run it back, if they don't hit it absolutely perfect, there might be actually 3 yellows still in the house. So if you leave a higher guard here, it gives an opportunity to maybe run that back and peel it off, or even a freeze to try to get them out of the end. But that's a great shot. Yeah.
Lots of curl out there. And she was middle of the 12 foot, I think, on that. And just got over the center line. So lots of curl, great shot. Putting the pressure on the team out of Waterloo here. Trying the run back here. Like you said, it's probably an automatic jam, but if she can get some speed here, maybe get it moving too. Just try to open things up.
Get your replays ready because she made a pistol like this last end. So see if she can do it back-to-back ends. Hard on her out of her hand. They stuck it to that center line, so
it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a jam.
Yeah, kind of tough to get all those rocks moving unless you're, throwing a Mark Kennedy shot or a Kevin Cooey or one of those guys throwing it that hard, or Rachel Holman, or but great shot, kind of opens it up, moves those rocks to the back of the tee line. Now a little bit of a defensive, offensive call with the hit and roll here. Another option too, you could sink another one top 8, kind of quarter buried around that red rock, where kind of covers your rock's back 4 foot, as well as you kind of have a little bit of a red guard there too. So kind of a defensive, offensive shot, hit and roll.
Yeah, I personally, I don't think I would have played this, but I'm not the biggest curler, but that was my issue right there, the hit and roll out. Now it leaves an easy double here, especially for Jamie, who we've already seen throw a pistol and get rocks moving. So blank, I guess, here's back in play now.
Yeah, the really great thing from that shot is they took out the back 8-1, right?
Yeah.
So if you hit and roll out in that scenario and don't hit it that thin and get the back 8 rock as well, they're making this double to lie 2, and then the blanks are really difficult. So, just a little bit of a shot selection call there. That it's one of those, like I said, defensive, aggressive moves where you're trying to hit and roll, but let's see if they can get this one out here.
Didn't get out, but was able to sit on top of it still. So, Julia does have to be careful here that she doesn't jam with Claire's second here. Julia's back skipping for the first time in a few years. She was our skip for a while, but then stepped back last year and played third. So just getting back and calling the game and stuff is, but she's got the pedigree to do it. So when we knew Chloe couldn't make this game, we were confident to put her back there. I say we as it's my team, but
well, we're working hard on this one.
Yeah. It looks like they're going to get the jam, I think, here.
Little miscue there, the proper way, or the way in the hack that you're looking to miss that shot is to miss it wide, where you hit the red rock and roll out, so your blank's still in play. That would be the pro side miss. Kind of like when you're putting on a green, where if you miss it low, you didn't read enough break, you didn't give it a chance to go in. Kind of the same thing here. You hit and roll out in that scenario, get that red rock out. Even if you take your back yellow one out, you have the chance for the blank. But this is going to be now a pretty difficult blank, since these red rocks, if the shot is successfully made, these red rocks will be straight across the house and no real opportunity for a double.
No, not even with the speed that Julia can throw a rock. It's going to be pretty flat here, it looks like. And I expect this to be pretty close to on the nose. Yeah, they were on it right off the bat, so.
Yeah, she hasn't really left it. Good sweep all the way down.
Yeah, that was a good sweep.
Come a little bit closer, but it still looks like they're pretty much on to see if she's got an opportunity to hit and flop, or do you go all out here since those rocks are in the back line or back tee line, and just throw a draw and freeze up to it and see if you get a miss from your opposition. But she's elected to try the hit and roll over close to the red one, and maybe she has a double roll out blank with her last one.
Yeah, if I know Julia, and I think I do, it's if she's got a hit, she'll play a hit usually. over a draw, but if she can flop it over here and make the next shot double a little easier, that's I think what she's going to try here, and to generate a blank if she can.
Yeah, you kind of see that with junior curling. You see more of the hit game rather than, a little bit of a finesse. Worst case scenario, I have a draw to the forefoot for my one scenario, but that's been the case for many years. They're working on them this hard. It looks like that intern, she's been throwing just a touch softer the first couple ends. That's gonna roll out. So now a good opportunity for Team Artichuk to put one just nibbling the top forefoot, right in line with the one back four. And so putting in that position gives an opportunity for them to steal, where if a nose hit goes jam, or if you don't hit and roll properly to get shot rock, and also makes a really tough draw to a full forefoot for the force to one. So
yeah, try to close that scoring area off if they can, and make Julia decide if she wants to try the double or to draw in there, like I said, into the forefoot. But great end played here by the team out of Waterloo to either force or to get a steal here. Not touching it here, they're just cleaning it the whole way, so that's usually a sign that it's pretty good. Weight looks good. Might over curl here a bit.
A little bit of an over curl or over sweep, right?
And deep, yeah.
Gives her an out. She's gonna go back to her intern and see if she can throw this with a little bit of a positive release, and just nose hit gets her one. Gets them out of the end, and a tie game here. Got Dad back there with two mittsfuls of food.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, and Susie, I bet you ordered that. So it looks like some fries. And I'll tell you, if you haven't been to the Beaumont Curling Club, they do have great fries, fresh cut. Famous for their schnitzel too, which is odd for an arena.
Looks like she got that one out positive, so let's just look at clean here. It's got to get basically to the center line.
Here it comes.
Yeah, good shot.
Really good shot, yeah.
All right, gets it out of the end. 2-2, a tie game after 3 ends. And we'll be back to you here shortly at the Grand Slam of Curling U25 and U15 Junior Slam.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
All right, we're back here. Beaumont Curling Club, Matt Yule and Ryan Duca with you here. The Grand Slam of Curling Junior Slam. And we have a really good game through 3 ends here. 2-2, Team Artichuk and Team Johnston. And I just want to take this opportunity to throw out some huge thank yous to our sponsors. Our platinum sponsor, Lights Fiber. They've been phenomenal supporters of the event and the club throughout the year. We want to thank Juliana down there at Northern Lights Fiber for all their commitment to junior curling and our Beaumont Curling Club. City of Beaumont obviously has been a huge provider of the rink and some financial support and whatnot. The city's really expanding, one of the biggest growing cities in Alberta. So huge thanks to the City of Beaumont. Green Amp Solar. These guys have been curling in our Monday League for the last few years and have been huge contributors to the curling club and couldn't have done the weekend without these sponsors as well. Just run through a couple more here for you. Brightview Financial. Paul Hyde, he was the president of the Beaumont Curling Club. He saw us through some pretty dark times through our COVID and other financial things at the beginning of his presidency, and he's really brought the club and all his volunteer time. He's now stepped down and he's actually running for council for the city of Beaumont. So Paul Hyde, Brightview Financial, been a phenomenal support and contributor for the club for many, many years. Hack to House Curling Supplies. Get your curling supplies, blade sharpenings, any kind of ice equipment that you need for ice making as well as curling at hacktohouse.com. And MFP Resources, another huge sponsor of the club for the last few years. Warren there's been an amazing contributor to the Beaumont Curling Club and to our extra junior program for many, many years. Another thing, just another plug out there, Curling Alberta 50/50. If you want to get your tickets, you can head to curlingalberta.ca as well as the Beaumont Curling Club. That provides support to the Beaumont Curling Club and our junior program as well. So huge shout out to all of our sponsors to make this event a success, as well as a huge amount of volunteers. We have the Junior Slam here at the Beaumont Curling Club, and we're also hosting the Grand Slam of Curling at the Nisku Silent Ice Center. So we have over 375 volunteers for this 5-6 day event, and it could absolutely not be done without the volunteers and all the help. So it's been a huge success, and second year in a row that we're running this event. I think by the looks of some faces over the last few days, it might be the last event we run for a couple of years for sure, but it's a lot of work and a lot of time goes into this. Lots of guys taking weeks off, like Ryan Duca here sitting beside us, taking weeks off to help the club, help our curling community, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. So 2-2 tie, a little miscue on the hack waiter racked on the corner guard, push that obviously in the free guard zone, so you get to put the rock back. That's what they were doing there, and now Team Artichuk's going to split the house and put the pressure right back on Team Johnston here with Julia Kennedy skipping. So
yeah, it looks awfully similar to the second end with the 2 center guards and the corner guard come around and they were able to generate their deuce last time, so why not do it again? And this year, like I said, going to split the house here and try to generate two or more, and that's your goal all the time when you have the hammer. What do they call it? Hammer efficiency?
Efficiency. It's a big word.
It is a big word for us Sturgeon Comp
graduates
somehow.
Yeah, and bear with us. We are working on about 2 hours of sleep for the last 4 or 5 days here, getting everything ready. So if it sounds more muddled and jumbled and stuff like that, that's I got a big pot of coffee right in front of us now, so it should be good for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's been some long days, but it's been fun. Been over at the Silent Ice facility, which is an unbelievable facility over there. If you haven't been over there, home of the HSL and JPHL hockey, and it's such a beautiful facility. And was able to talk to a lot of the curlers behind the scenes down there, and they just love it. It's an absolutely great facility. Ice is great. Little hit and roll. What you see a lot at the junior level is what I call, I don't know if it's the right term, but overthrowing the rock. I don't think she needed to throw that much weight, but rolled out. So opportunity here now for Artichuk to do the exact same thing, split the house.
Yeah, especially with these athletes recently. Like, again, we were just talking about how well trained they are. I know my niece Sophia, who plays on the Kennedy team for U15. They're in the gym twice a week. They're throwing practice rocks, 3 times a week. They play twice a week. You really don't need to throw that much weight anymore to make those little hit and rolls. You're sweeping so good. Give them a chance, right? So right there, the sweepers kind of could have sat down at the bench after the release, because you throw it a little bit too hard, and the sweeping's never going to be able to carve it enough for it to curl enough, and you're not going to give your sweepers a chance to keep it straight. So really, even in club curling, give you guys the opportunity to use your brooms and throw a little bit less weight that can be controlled down the sheet a little bit better. So
yeah, it was actually talking with Ted Upton over at the Pet Silent Ice, and we were actually talking about that, how the game has changed back when he was on the tours, and the Randy Furbys and Kevin Martins and stuff. They didn't know what a gym was, and now you look at these guys and they're in the gym constantly, and curlers don't look like you and me, Matt.
no, definitely not. I'm not in the gym. I always tell my friends we freeze water for a living and eat chicken wings. So the curling days are, I think I've thrown more rocks with a stick, like the older seniors like to do, than actually sliding under the hack recently. So
that's actually what I want to try this year, is some stick curling, I think. So
yeah, it's really good. It gets it gets a lot more people involved in the sport. This looks like it's gonna
really good shot.
Get take the roll. Yeah, good shot. Really great shot.
Where's Dutka on the sweep on that one after?
We'll have a chat with her, hey?
Yeah.
Great shot, yeah.
On the way here, she's like, Dad, what are you going to say if I'm curling bad? She knows I'm pretty honest, and she comes to me, asks, so what do you think I played over Mom? Because Mom's like, oh, you played great. You're awesome. And then she'll come to me, Dad, how did I play? And I'm honest with her, like I am with Caleb in hockey too. So, but great shot there. It was Claire, who apparently can quote the whole live action of The Cat in the Hat. She can quote it from start to finish.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what that is, but.
All right, so now you have an opportunity to either be really aggressive, which I would like, or one of those defensive aggressive calls. So that's what it looks like she's doing here, where it's a hit and roll behind the centers. With this shot, you're going to be behind the tee line. So it gives Team Artichuk a chance to, maybe bury one top 4 foot around those centers. It's kind of late in the end, where if you wanted to, you could just bury one right around those yellow ones, and then it's going to take 2 shots for Team Artichuk to get at it. But successfully made, puts the pressure on them.
Yeah, I think at this level, look, overthrew it again. Didn't need to throw that much weight.
I got a 10-1 on that. A little bit too much.
Yeah, and you can see the experience of the team out of Ontario, a little bit older, throwing the right weights over the team here from Beaumont. But I think that just comes with experience, and just tossing more rocks and realizing that, like you said earlier, that you don't need to throw it that hard.
Yeah, just give your sweepers a chance, right?
Sure.
This kind of shows your experience too, where, let's not worry about those double centers, even if we do nose it like that. If Team Johnston, Julia makes a perfect draw, now you're running your own red rock back into the house.
Yeah, exactly.
That shows a lot of experience there. A lot of teams would go, okay, perfect. You know what? We have the hammer, but we have 3 shots left to the other team's 2. If we bury a couple here, we might have a chance of 2 or 3. But if you miss the shot, come a little heavy, anything like that, you give the team that only has 2 shots left the opportunity to really, put the screws into you. So that's a pretty advanced call, and now gives an opportunity that if they do bury one perfectly here, you can run your own red back and keep it in the house. So.
Yeah, you hear that a lot. So leave it to your sweepers, and like I said, I've been around the game now. I've watched a lot of it. I still learning, but been told by several people that, I'm not just saying that's just my daughter, but that Savannah is one of the best sweepers at the junior level, and was told that a fair bit actually in Saskatoon by other teams. So you definitely want to give your stone to if you have strong sweepers. You look at the pro game now, and so many good sweepers. Almost every team has great sweepers, and watching it this week while I was over at the Southern Ice Center, just all the different techniques. And Connor Negevin, when I was watching Reed there, like right up on his toes, putting as much pressure as he can to keep the rock straight. And like you said, it's a sweeper's game. It's in the gym, getting strong, and a great shot there by Julia to come around and almost completely bury there behind the garden, forcing Emma here to draw around and probably freeze to the shot stone here.
Yeah, I think they just motioned to try to tap that rock back 6 to 8 inches. So if you tap this rock back and then you're perfect, Julia makes a perfect freeze or leaves it even a little bit of daylight, you do have an opportunity to still get 2. Tapping this back also guarantees you get shot rock. So I think she motioned to throw a boat back 4 weight and just tap that rock out of the 4 foot.
Is there enough room there to get, because it is over buried a little bit, to be able to throw enough weight to get it to tap it back?
Yeah, I think so. Like it will snap. It snaps quite hard right around the hog line. So that's sort of, like I said earlier in the week here, teams have been getting caught a little bit where, it's okay, we got lots of room. Oh, no, we don't, right? So I think they'll be close here.
No, not on it yet. Now they're hopping on it. There it comes.
And right here, it should dive over. Yeah, there it is.
It looks close.
It's great ice out there. Savannah's been doing a great job.
Good teacher.
Yeah, great shot there.
Yeah, really good.
Tapped it back. Now Julia has an opportunity to dead freeze it or really put the pressure on her. But if you don't make the really tough shot where you can throw the same weight that Team Artichuk just threw and try to get as close to nose as possible and tap them back and lie 2. But if you miss that again, it's an easy shot for 2, right?
Yeah.
For red. And I think she's going for just the straight freeze. If she straight freezes this, it's virtually impossible for Team Artichuk to get 2.
Yeah, I think that was a call. But like you said, yeah, if she could ever get to the nose of that and tap it back 3 feet there, 2 feet, it'd be a great shot. But
no, this is the proper call. I think she'll be really close here. She's over the last two ends, she's really started to get the feel out there. I think they're motioning a little bit heavier, but.
Or was she waving at me?
Or she might have been waving at me.
Yeah. This looks really heavy, actually.
Starting to come down a bit.
Yeah, she might get that tap we were talking about if it does curl. Yeah.
Look at this shot.
There's that tap we were looking for.
Look at this shot. Great shot. Audible.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the call. But like I said, it was a great shot. And
let's watch the replay from Connor.
Yeah, Connor's doing a great job back at our studio.
Yeah.
Which is his house probably, but no, a great crew over there, and be able to bring this. Back in the day, this was never a possibility or to watch curling on your computers and stuff. So this is great. I know my wife's working right now, so she's probably watching, and other family members probably in Ontario watching this feed, and great shots. Now this looks like a draw to the side of the button. Is that what we're doing here, Matt?
Yeah, I think so. Or she's looking to say, you know what, maybe let's push all the chips in and make a run double, but I think that's pretty difficult. But she's looked at it, and yeah, it's draw to the button for 1. That's a great shot by Julia. Great, well team managed. So here in Beaumont, our rocks are a little bit aggressive. So if you throw it a little bit heavy, if you stay off of it, it will come down a bit. And the teams are saying that, it will come down a little bit, but also too, when you start sweeping, it'll glide. So that was a well team managed stone there. It said heavy right out of her hand, and just got onto it to curl the last 4 or 5 feet there and made an absolutely phenomenal shot.
Yeah, It was a great shot. And was talking with Team Clyder out of Saskatoon over there, and they've been over here practicing a few times, and they praised the ice here. When I was talking to them, so I was asking how's the ice over in Beaumont and at the Slam, and he said, oh, it's like the ice at Beaumont is great. So again, shout out to your staff and for making great ice. This looks pretty close.
Yeah, this is. I think she's got it. Look at that
shot!
Wow,
that was a great shot. Back-to-back shots there by the skippers to get her one, and 3-2 after the fourth end. There is no fourth end break here, so stay tuned, and we'll be back right after this replay and our messages here, our sponsors, I guess.
What a great sweep there by their front end.
Yeah, wow. Great judge. Yeah.
You don't see that on Thursday night curling very often.
No. But yeah, it's
there's the gym paying off.
Exactly. And the IQ of these curlers is pretty amazing.
All right, we'll be back at the Beaumont Grand Slam Junior event here in a few minutes. And again, thank you to our title sponsor, Northern Lights Fiber.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Welcome back to the Beaumont Curling Club and the Grand Slam of Curling Junior Slam. Great shot there in the last end by Emma to get her one after a great shot by Julia to get to force them to one here. And looks like a couple center or top of the house guards here. Not sure if Ontario's first one was a little light, but or Savannah, maybe Savannah tried to throw the corner guard and just couldn't get it out there. But it's trying to draw around here now, but looks a little light again. So clogging up the top of the house here, like you see in the U15 curling back in the day.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know if those sheets are regulation size. All right, Savannah's got a chance here to hit the one that's top 12, roll to a corner guard, and then you know what, they'd be set up pretty good here.
So I learned something about my daughter, that apparently she can sing all the pitch-perfect riff-offs. If you know what that means, I don't.
I'm getting too old. I don't know what those mean.
Dude, that's what I said. I'm like, oh, you know what that is? And this whole 6-7 craze that's going around too. These kids, and she talks to me like, does your kids talk to you in these slangs, and yours not old enough yet.
No.
But just wait.
I'm just lucky that they don't talk back to me yet. So.
Yeah, you are lucky. I got an 18-year-old and an 11-year-old, and at the same time. So if you can imagine. So looks like gonna try to draw around here again.
I just checked our ice temperatures at the club here in Beaumont, and it looks like the plant's pulling it down right now. So just a little education out there for the curlers. You know, sometimes you're still in curling clubs that have the old metal halide lights. So if you see the lights dim for a quick second and then get bright again, that's when your plant turns on for your curling club. So ice goes into 2 stages. It's either a warming stage or a cooling stage. So when your ice is starting to cool, it kind of starts to contract a little bit, and the ice actually will start getting a little bit heavier. So not by much, maybe by a foot or two, but you not even. But you can really start to tell that. That's a good indication that you'll start feeling the ice get a little bit. What would Carrick Martin say? Crunchy, where the pebble feels a little bit more crunchy under your foot, that means the ice is in a cooling stage. So that'll actually take a few, about a half second off the rock, and then once the plant shuts back off again, then the ice goes into a warming stage, which lets the rock glide a little bit further. So looks like we're just at the end of a cooling stage right now. So it looks like the plant will shut off here probably in about 15 or 20 minutes. So at the end of this end, and then most likely won't turn on until the end of the game. So the speed should stay there for the rest of the game after this last plant cycle. So
yeah, I find that all fascinating. Like I said earlier in the game, how you keep learning different things from you. It's pretty fascinating to all the different things that you gotta to factor in, and temperature outside, and, when you're in an arena setting, all the people in the arena and everything, and all that kind of stuff. It's like I said, it's not just flip the lights on and throw some water down.
Yeah, it's really interesting over with our business, Tim's Ice Manufacturing. We run 7 clubs here in the Edmonton area for ice making. A lot of a great shot there.
Yeah.
A lot of our workers that have started with us over the last couple of years have been competitive curlers like Savannah, Justin Runsman, Morgan Van Dosberg, guys like that, and they've said it's been really helpful in their curling game, just to kind of understand what the ice goes through during your game. And some of those little things that you can pick up that maybe gives you a slight advantage over your curling team that you're playing against, that you see the lights dim, you feel the ice being a little bit crunchy, you can relay that information to your team. We actually have a couple teams that practice here as well that, I spend 15-20 minutes with them just kind of talking about, if you're seeing the ice maker pebble a certain way, or the ice maker scrape a certain way. I always tell teams to come down, an hour before your game during events like this to see exactly how the ice is getting prepared, and it gives you kind of an idea on what kind of contours you'll see in the ice surface itself. So, for those curlers out there that are trying to make that next step, reach out to your local ice maker, ask them some questions. We're always usually willing to talk about our trade and might give you a couple opportunities to get a hand up on your competition as well. So,
yeah, and then we're a province where we're pretty lucky to have a lot of great ice makers like yourself, Darren Molding, Mike Lidis. So, and a lot more than those 3 guys. But yeah, definitely reach out to them and just sit down and pick their brain for, like I said, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Because, like I said, the flicker of the lights, if you notice that and the other team does it, that could make a huge difference in the end you're playing and the rest of the game.
Yeah, there's one of the things too, we're kind of not talking about the game right now, but we'll get back to it. But it's really important information. So a lot of people think in their curling club, the ice gets heavier in the 6th or 7th end, where what happens is your ice is actually cold when you get out there and start playing. And then it gradually warms up for that hour and a half while you're getting out there. And then that plant turns on. So if you see those lights change, or if you have a building where you can actually hear the plant going, Once that turns on, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for that ice to get into a cooling stage. And so usually in your club curling, that's when you're hitting the 6th, 7th, and 8th end. So it's not flattening out per se. When people say it's getting flat, what happens is the ice is just getting cool once that refrigeration plant turns on, and that's what you're seeing there. So if you can pick it up early, if you can hear the compressors turn on in your curling club, if you see the lights dim a little bit, then you can be prepared for that as a team moving forward. Maybe it happens in the 2nd end, maybe it happens in the 8th end, but it gives you an opportunity. So it looks like we have about a board weight shot. It looks like we're going to try to get a little hit and roll, and if she makes this, which looks like it's going to be real close, great shot there. So 3-2 Team Artichuk over Team Johnston, with Julia Kennedy skipping here tonight. Going to give her an opportunity to maybe blast the triple. Not sure that the overhead view if those 3 reds are lined up. Trying to communicate on good communication there with the team, right? Have a new skip in for right now because their current skip Chloe's on a plane right now. So just communicating down there with their 3rd to see what weight that she wants to throw for this type of shot, and to give her the right broom for this shot. So really good team communication there.
Yeah, we'll give a little bit of an update here on the other sheets happening. On sheet 1, it's Team Sanderman versus Team Ford. Looks like Sanderman's up 3-2 after 4 there. And on sheet 2, it's Team Mira versus Team Harrison. Mira's up 3-0.
Yeah, there's some other sheets in play there. We have all representation from Korea, Japan, the USA, Scotland. It's a great field out here. This is our next generation of top curlers. So great pan job there, Connor. That's the Beaumont Curling Club for you. We've got some stands downstairs. We've got some fans in the sky. So it's going to be a busy weekend. A lot of grandparents, a lot of other people have made the trek. Some guys actually drove in from Manitoba with their motorhomes and whatnot. So it's going to be fun watching their grandkids and the kids playing such a marquee event here, the Junior Grand Slam, with the Grand Slam of Curling from the Beaumont Curling Club. So
yeah, a lot of pressure here right now. Artichuk is putting on the team here out of Beaumont, sitting 2 right now. It looks like they're going to maybe split the center line here for a guard.
Yeah, I think the call was actually to come in again, top 4, top 8. She makes this real good. It's going to be a tough shot for Julia.
Yeah, Julia's going to have to bail out the team here on a few missed shots this end. If this shot is made perfect here, you might see the old Julia Kennedy famous 5-6 second rock.
It looks like it might have overswept her a little bit. I'll sweep it to curl here in a minute. Yeah. Good shot. Didn't look like she got the curl out of her hand that she was expecting. I think they wanted that a little bit closer to the other side of the center line. Gives Julie an opportunity here to possibly make the triple. It's really close to being able to make a triple. The way she can throw it, it's very close to make the triple here, and you could actually lie 2. So
a great opportunity here, and like I said, I've seen her make these shots over the years. Just has to make sure she's on the broom and not overthrow it here.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably 7/8. If you get hit 7/8 of that top rock, you're really close to getting that back one on the way by.
And Savannah's going to be running down the sheet here. Yeah, it's got a curl though. Looks like it's floating on her a little bit. And she's just going to be peeling the top one here.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, missed opportunity there. Called for less ice, but I think she just wasn't on the broom there, I don't think so. Another opportunity here for Emma to get around that top yellow a little bit, so that run back's not there. And it's the second attempt at it, so I would give her a really good chance here to make this shot and almost guarantee to steal one here for sure, if not more.
Yeah, the dreaded give the skip the same shot twice, so I would imagine this gets put in a pretty perfect position.
Yeah, if you do head down here to the Beaumont Curling Club, there is a small fee to get in, only $5 to come watch these future curlers, and well worth it in my mind, because we've already seen some great shot making on this sheet, and I guarantee there's been some great shots on the other sheets as well. So just a light dusting here.
Looks like it's got a little more spin rate to it here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be almost create a pocket here, it looks like.
I don't think there's a triple there, but nose hit for one.
Yeah, a little missed opportunity there from Emma, but Julia here, if she can, like I said, hit on the nose, get her one, and
tie game again.
Tie game.
Take this time again to really shout out to our volunteers here at the Beaumont Curling Club, as well as Silent Ice, really supporting these junior curlers, as well as the Grand Slam of curling down there at Silent Ice. Thank you so much to the organizing committee, as well as again over 375 volunteers for this event and the one at Silent Ice. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's not just the town of Beaumont, they're from all over, but the town of Beaumont and the curling community here is they've been great. Even when we were sending the team last year off to the nationals, there a lot of support from the community on Facebook and stuff. But this does look like it's thrown too hard again, and it's going to be a steal of one for Team Artichuk in the fifth end here. So they'll be up 4-2 going into the sixth end.
We'll be back to you in a bit here at the Grand Slam Junior Curling event here at the Beaumont Curling Club, and Team Artichuk up 4-2.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
All right, we're back here at the Beaumont Curling Club for the Junior Grand Slam of Curling event, brought to you by the Grand Slam of Curling and the Beaumont Curling Club. 4-2, Team Artichuk leading with Team Johnston in the sixth end. And looks like we have the first stone of Team Artichuk on the button, and then a corner guard thrown up by assistant manager here at the Beaumont Curling Club, Savannah Dutka. couple miscues there in the last end from Team Johnston to give up the steal. But only steal of 1. They're still in the game, down 2 with the hammer in the even ends. So what that means now is there's 3 ends left, and if Team Johnston can score in the ends that they have the hammer, they'll have the hammer twice compared to Team Artichuk's having the hammer once. So still good, decent position here. Get 2, holding the 1, get 2, and see if Savannah can go around her corner guard she just threw and really put the pressure on Team Artichuk.
Yeah, using the corner guard here, which will hopefully help them generate a deuce or more. Not sweeping it right now. Now they're hopping on it. Hard.
Yeah, looks like she got it by
room. Might over curl here a bit out the.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Some great shot making here on the sheet here today. These young athletes are really training hard for the beginning of the season. As with the Olympic year coming up, all the play downs have been pushed forward a bit, and everyone's getting in the ice as soon as possible to. I believe the pre-trials even start next weekend, or this weekend. Sorry.
Monday they start.
They start Monday, yeah. So I know Ted Appelman, who's a big contributor here at the Grand Slam with the Alberta Curling Series, is out with Team Sturmey to the pre-trials starting on Monday. Local team here is Team Sturmey from the Edmonton area. Big shout out to them. They're out here practicing last night and getting ready for the pre-trials, so hopefully that goes well for them.
Yeah, we got 2 Alberta women's teams heading out there, Sturmey and Team Plett. If Team Plett wasn't heading out there, I almost guarantee they would have been out here this weekend. But good luck to those 2 teams as they try to punch their tickets to the trials and maybe shock some people and represent our country in the Olympics in Italy.
Yeah, what a great opportunity these curlers have. They're getting prepared, getting their experience in for, in 4 years' time, we're going to be probably talking about these teams having a real good shot of representing Canada or Alberta and the Scotties, and Team Artichuk of representing Ontario and the Scotties. And the next generation of curlers, we're super excited and happy to host them here at the Beaumont Curling Club for this event. So Savannah's working on this hard. Oh, just ticked it.
Canceled her membership at the gym because she was too busy. Maybe she shouldn't have there to.
Oh, and took out the one in the corner, just double whammy.
Yeah. Tough shot there, but an opportunity here for Emma's to get that rock back there in the top 4 foot. So apparently Evelyn here throwing the seconds here. Can bench more than her body weight, she says, which is a lot better than I can do. Just coming down here is they're on it hard here, really close. Just nicked the guard. Able to roll in though, behind the looks like behind the corner guard. So still sitting 2. No, not behind, sorry. I was looking out the window.
Sorry, just trying to get someone's attention to go get me the rest of the scores on the sheets to keep Jerry happy with them being updated on Curling Zone. All right, big opportunity here. Let's turn the tides for Team Johnston to make a great hit and roll here.
Yeah, pressure has been put on them by Emma the last couple ends here, and they've been chasing. So hopefully a nice shot here can turn the tables and put the pressure back on the team out of Waterloo.
It's real close. Nice shot.
Great shot. Peeked out a little bit on the outside there, but still a really good shot. Red still sitting the 1, but
There's our 50-50 man back there for the Beaumont Curling Club in the yellow jacket. So if anyone looking for 50-50 tickets, head to the Beaumont Curling Club or for the curlingalberta.ca and support the junior curling here in Beaumont. I think she's decided just to go ahead and up two, not to play around trying to chase that one in the 12 foot, to just get rid of that corner guard. That's the rock that's going to cause you troubles all end long. So that's a really good experience call from the team Artichuk here.
Yeah, Jamie's gonna straight peel here, and if you're watching the slam on TV, I don't know if they're here yet, but there's a bunch of guys and ladies that dress up as bananas, and the easiest shot in the game is peel, but they get excited when one of the pros throw peel and they cheer. So they're pretty popular around the Grand Slam tour as they tour around Canada each year and have some fun and have some drinks while they're watching some curling.
Yeah, crowds have been great down at the Silent Ice Center. If you guys come down for the weekend, please visit. We have a couple booths down there. Hacked House, which is a sponsor of this event as well. If you need anything, any memorabilia, as well as grab your 50-50 tickets to support the Beaumont Curling Club. So good call here. They're thinking about splitting the house, but they've decided let's go around that guard that is up there and really put the pressure on. I really like this call. There's no need not to put some pressure on your opponent when you have an opportunity, especially down two. And we'll see how this turns out for them.
It's got a long way to curl here. Got to lean on that sweepers, get that in. Unfortunately, missed opportunity there.
So up two, you're probably going to see a hit and roll. If the game was tied, or maybe if you're down one, you're probably coming around your own center guard. But being up two, you want to do the hit and roll here for Team Artichuk.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get the hit and roll here and get that pressure right back on Julia and the rest of the team here. They're on it right out of the hands, though. Oh, now they're off. Usually a good sign. Oh, this caught a little thin. Still able to maybe get a biter there.
Yeah, that rock's probably not going to come into play here. You got one of two options. You can hit and roll off that red. Actually, you probably have three options. You can hit and roll off that red there. I've seen this call happen a few times where you'd hit the yellow onto the red, and then that would roll into the house, and then your shooter would actually roll into the house on the outside there. I've seen that actually this week here at Silent Ice. One of the guys playing that. That's more of a touch shot. You're probably throwing about board weight at that, but that's a really aggressive call. That's an option as well. A little hit and roll here, and if they can get the pressure on, they can get their deuce back here.
I haven't touched it yet. She's just gonna nose it here. Still sit the one, but give Emma the opportunity to flip and or hit and wants to roll all the way over underneath hers. You don't want to roll underneath the yellow. I'd assume, correct?
Yeah, even a nose hit here is fine. It blocks the in-turn draw around the yellow rock. If they hit and roll all the way over to the red, underneath the red rock, I would probably just be putting the broom down before the rock even stopped, and I would be playing the in-turn draw around the yellow stone. Even a nose hit, a nose flop 3 or 4 inches to the left, kind of blocks that path off, and then again it forces Julia to go with the out-turn draw around the red rock. So then if she makes it absolutely perfect, you have your red rock to run back.
Yeah, I think I noticed a lot with Julia over the years. More if their rocks are hittable and get them out, she's gonna to play a hit over trying to draw around and leaving their rocks in play. So it looks like that nose is like you said there, and they got 2 biters. So probably, like I said, I would be drawing around, but Julia likes to hit, so I wouldn't be surprised if she calls a hit and roll, but it looks like she's going to try to draw.
Yeah.
Claire's talked her into the draw, it looks like. Make a perfect draw here and put the pressure back on Emma to run it back.
So just for your curlers out there too, the visual of the intern draw between that yellow and red rock is really tough from the hack. But making this shot absolutely perfect, it gives your opponent the opportunity to run their own rock back onto your rock. If you throw the intern draw around your yellow rock, that's just top of the 12 foot there. There's a couple things that could happen. If you're a little bit tight, you can bounce it in for second shot or even shot rock. But if you make it perfect around your own rock, then they're running a yellow rock back onto a yellow rock. So a little bit of, it's kind of what you see, what you like there, but the opportunity to go around your own rock is usually something that you really want to take advantage of. But this looks like
it's light and on the guard, and looks like it's gonna bump them in here to sit 3.
Yeah, weight was good. It looked like she just got it started out of her hand a little bit, but still not going to be a terrible opportunity. It doesn't matter really where they put this rock. They're going to have that intern that we just talked about for one, unless they play it. But either way, you're going to have an outturn or an intern for probably one shot, one point.
Yeah, here's the experience here. I think most I think junior curlers would be throwing up guards here, but it looks like they're going to come in and really put the pressure on Julia here.
Yeah, this team, I'm really impressed by this team, Artichuk. I've never really seen them before. Obviously, from being from the Ontario area, we ran quite a few Alberta curling events here, Alberta Curling Series events here in Beaumont, and just haven't seen them. Really impressed with their strategy as well as their team communication. They got a really good chance to make some noise in the Ontario provincials for sure.
Yeah, she makes this perfect. It's going to be very hard for Julia to get in and at least score 1.
Again, she makes this perfect. It probably gives Julia the intern draw, a wide draw around to get 1. But it's definitely going to be difficult. Looks like this one, they're going to be real close here. Looks like it's by. Maybe not by much. Oh, great sweep.
That's great shot.
Great shot, great sweep. So Julia's going to have a hack waiter on the rock they just threw, or an intern draw around the yellow one. Looks like it's going to be a hack waiter. Again, huge shout out to our volunteers here at the Beaumont Curling Club, as well as Curling Stadium, putting on this performance and live streaming all of our curling events. They've been absolutely phenomenal, as well as all of our sponsors here down at the club to make this event a go. It's been phenomenal business and community support for this event. So Julia Kennedy for Team Johnston, intern hack waiter, to get her 1 and stay in the game.
Yeah, gotta get by the guard and make sure she doesn't roll out here.
Like a little bit of a turn job.
It's going hard. Looks like it's on the guard.
Come on, Savannah.
Oh, that's going to be a steal of a bunch here, I think.
Get lucky.
Oh, got lucky. Oh, got really lucky.
You got lucky. Only a steal of 1.
Only a steal of 1.
Great sweep by Savannah there. If she didn't just keep her head right down and keep absolutely giving everything she's got to it, that rock wouldn't have redirected onto the side yellow and pushed them in for second shot rock. So not giving up on the shot and just absolutely sweeping your heart out there saved the game. You're only down 3 going into the 7th end. You got an opportunity that crashes with a little bit more of or a little bit less sweeping. It's game over. So 5-2 for Team Artichuk over Team Johnston going into the 7th end, and we'll be right back with you.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Bienvenue and welcome to Beaumont, Alberta. Located just minutes southeast of Edmonton, Beaumont's a charming community with big city conveniences. It's where life feels just right, with safe neighborhoods, historic French-Canadian heritage, a strong economy, and a youthful energy that shines through everything we do. Here, every season brings us together, and it's easy to feel welcome, connected, and part of something bigger.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock!
Welcome back here to the Beaumont Curling Club. Another steal of 1 by Team Emma Artichuk out of the KW Granite in Waterloo, Ontario. So we got, looks like a corner guard up and just off center line guard, and we got one just in the house biting the button there. So looks like Savannah's going to try to come around her corner guard. She's got a lot of, looks like it's by. Oh no, just a little nick, but did roll into the house and 2 sit on top of the red there. If you do enjoy watching some curling online and Matt and I's voice, we are going to live stream and commentate the Team Cooey versus Team Grey Withers at 8 p.m. tonight. A couple of teams here out of Alberta. Grey Withers, from what I've seen over the season so far, has had a really good season, been in a lot of finals, so it should be another great match. And that is Kevin Cooey's daughter, so great curling pedigree there as well. So look like you're going to try to come across the face here and hit and roll over. Really good shot. Able to roll over to the open, but did knock out the yellow stone, and they are sitting 2. Been really impressed with, like you say in hockey, the hockey IQ, but the curling IQ and the maturity of this team out of Ontario, with just their shot making, their weight. Really, really good team, and I think the future is bright for this team, and again, look forward to following them in the Ontario Scotties and cheer them on, and hopefully make it and represent Ontario in the Scotties. Another draw here, but it looks like it's on the guard again and light. So just throughout the game here, I've noticed that Team Artichuk has figured out the ice, and unfortunately, Julia and her team here have not, and that does reflect on the score here, as it is 5-2. Team Artichuk playing the 7th end, with Team Johnston skipped by Julia Kennedy today in the 7th here, with Hammer being up. Wants to get rid of some yellow rocks here, looks like. Oh no, gonna come draw around and really put the pressure here and try to finish off the game in this end by the looks of it, and not have to play the 8th end and come home. So if you are coming down here to the Beaumont Curling Club, come check us out. It's a great club. Viewing area here upstairs and downstairs, and just some great curling happening this weekend, right through until Sunday, where these finals of both the men's, ladies, and the U15s will be played over at the Silent Ice Center. And this one looks like it's going to be on the guard again. So maybe with the ice maker turning on and off, and maybe it's changed the ice here a little bit, but has opened it up, and opportunity here for a hit and roll over, and to sit one, or to get one behind coverage here, and they got to generate a deuce here, nothing less than a deuce for Team Johnston here. Team Johnston is a brand new team this year. It was formed, probably one of the last teams in Alberta to form, as last year's team of Julia and Savannah was on. Team DeSormo, when they got back from nationals, they decided to go separate ways, and leaving Julia and Savannah trying to find a spot to play, and was able to, Chloe contacted Julia, and Chloe found out that Julia needed a spot, and Julia and Savannah
Test 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties here. I'm just going to see if Jerry can hear us back in Ontario here.
All right, we're back. So again, for the third time, I just want to throw out there, I just had to go meet the owners and sales manager of Northern Lights Fiber. It's a phenomenal company out there, our title sponsor for the weekend here at the Junior Slam for the Beaumont Curling Club. Northern Lights Fiber, you need internet. We use them here down at the club. Phenomenal. Reach out to them and they'll help you out as wherever they can. Northern Lights Fiber. Again, great company. Plug. And thank you so much. So last rock here for Julia Kennedy. Needs to bite a big chunk of the forefoot to get her one and stay in the game here.
Yeah, another great shot by Emma. If we were doing stats, she has to be over 90 right now. She has just been really good, and Savannah's liking it right now. She's not sweeping it.
The light dust into the button.
Looks a little heavy. Maybe get the hit roll off here.
Great shot.
Great shot by Julia to keep it within reach here and have to force the 8th end. So 5-3 Artichuk after 7 ends here at the Beaumont Curling Club. Thank you so much for joining us here, and we'll be back for the 8th end where Julia Kennedy and her team will try to steal 2 and force it into a shootout.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Welcome back here to the Beaumont Curling Club and the Junior Grand Slam. Julie was able to get her one there, so now it's 5-3 coming home as Emma and her team have the hammer. So Julia is going to try to look here to steal 2 or 3 to win it, 2 to force into a shootout, which is something the Grand Slam, the big boys over there and ladies do. It's draw the button instead of an extra end. So Julia's going to try to generate her deuce somehow here and to force that into the shootout. I think my U20 event coming up here, Matt, the end of January, I think I'm going to implement the shootout instead of an extra end. I find it a pretty neat way to determine the winner of the game.
Yeah, so the way the points work is that if you win in regulation time in 8 ends, you get 3 points. If you win in a shootout, you get 2 points. If you lose in a shootout, you get 1 point. And if you lose in regulation time, you get 0 points. So it kind of eliminates a lot of the tiebreakers that we need to see, as well as the draw to the button is very important. So that's the last tiebreaker, is your 3 draw to the buttons all added up. And yeah, we'll see how it works out. I think the general consensus is people are liking it. And for ice makers, I like it a lot. It kind of shortens the games a little bit and makes sure that we can get out there and really give the best surface for the next game for these athletes to play. So little opportunity here for Julia. Got one behind the tee line where she's going to freeze here. She makes a perfect freeze. If she makes a perfect freeze here, she should be able to make Team Artichuk throw against, against 2. So really important shot here, and let's see if they can execute this one perfectly.
I'll do a little plug here. If you are listening, you do have a U20 team wanting to come down here and see this great club, I do have room in my event still for both men's and ladies the January 24th weekend. So you can contact the club there if you are looking, maybe bring your team in. It is open to any team from any province. So I know in my early junior event this year, I had a couple teams out of Saskatchewan. So it's always great to have other teams. So these teams from Alberta don't play the same teams over and over again. So draw around here, but left it open here for Emma. Being up 2, I'll just get rid of it. And
yeah, it'd be real nice to get rid of your back red one there too. That's back 4-foot. Another actually huge thanks to Ryan that he puts on a couple good juniors events here in Beaumont. One at the end of September and the one in January here, and puts a lot of time and effort in there. So if anyone's interested in getting in that spiel in January, that'd be awesome. And we look forward to coming seeing you down here at the club. So looks like they wanted a board weight or like a 10 weight from hog to hog hit. It looks like they're trying to get it to curl here a little bit. You're going to jam it, but actually that's best case scenario. Get rid of that rock that's going to cause you all kind of havoc there back 4-foot. So now Julia probably a light hit and roll behind the centers and even just tap that back. So maybe there's a catcher back there. So
yeah, just like I said again, great experience there. by Emma. You know, if you're new to curling and watching and seeing them taking out their own stone, and you'd be like, oh, well, that's a bad shot. No, like you said, Matt, that's a great shot and great awareness to get rid of that rock that could cause them a lot of trouble later on in the end here, and helps Team Kennedy or Team Johnston skip by Julia Kennedy to get her deuce, try to force her deuce here. But this one looks like we got a flash here. Too heavy, too wide. Just been kind of the story of the second half of this game here for Team Johnston, and unfortunate here as it started the game really good, but they'll have their meeting after this game and talk about it there with Coach Sean, and when Wade gets here later tonight, maybe go over the footage here and listen to our great commentary and just go over the game and see what went wrong. Sorry, we're just updating the scores for Curling Zone here, so not sure what happened on their last rock here, but we'll get you caught up. Looks like they are the only sheet left in play here at the Beaumont Curling Club. Oh no, one of the boys' teams is still playing, but I see some big scores out there. You know, first game for a lot of these teams to get used to the ice. I expect tomorrow, when they get out for their second time, or even tonight, I believe these teams at 8 o'clock have already played today, so be really good shot making, and they'll know what the ice is going to do out here. And so looks like Team Johnston here is going to try to get another rock in play here somewheres, and freeze up to the pocket there, which is a great opportunity. A little heavy, little bump. Yeah, a little too heavy, I think, there, and should be able to pick that straight out if I'm Emma. Just keep getting rid of yellow rocks. She doesn't even need her reds in play here, like you said, and no guards up front, so it's going to be really hard here for Julia to try to generate a deuce here. I expect this to be another double, take out their one in the back there, and leave one red rock here in play, and somehow try to force Julia to freeze to something. And try to make this curl a bit here.
No mistake, she's firing really well. The third here from Team Artichuk's just been, you know, I don't think she's thrown a draw all game really, but she's been
go back. I don't think so. Jamie's been throwing the hits, and it looks like that could be the strength of her game. Like I said, we haven't watched this team before, but I think that's her strength, and was not able to get out their back red there. So Julia does have the opportunity here, and Claire to freeze to this, but this freeze has to be perfect the way this team from Ontario is playing. Out of the KW Granite there in Waterloo, Ontario. Coach said they are a team that are from all over Ontario, probably more Waterloo area and stuff, but that's kind of their base. Similar to Team Johnston here, where they do curl out of Beaumont, but Chloe does have some ice out in Regina where she plays with her university team. So here Claire trying to make a draw there and get this thing frozen, but over curling here a bit, I think. No, looks good. Just a bit heavy again. Separation here, easy pick out here for Emma and her team.
So again, here the absolute optimum shot is to hit about half a rock and try to clip your back red one as you go out, and then there's no backing for Julia to draw down to, which I would imagine she'll be very close, as she's been firing bullets all game here.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet you some fries here, Matt, that this is going to be perfect.
Yes, picks it off there. So Julia's going to have an opportunity to either freeze to that one back 4 foot or draw behind the one that's top 8 foot. And I think she's decided to freeze to the one that's on the back 4 foot.
Yeah, they played it twice. Like 2 great draws, great shot, just a bit heavy on both of them. So if Julia can get her weight down here and glue it right on there and have forced Emma to throw a rocket down there to try to get it out. But not looking good here to generate the deuce to force it into the shootout. But still a great game. Great shot making, especially in that fourth end by both Julia and Emma. But this Ontario team has come out to play, and they figured out this ice, and great shot making, great strategy by this team, and calm. They knew they tied after 4, but they were up 1 after 4, and they just kept stealing away, and they knew they were going to get their chances.
Yeah, they've been playing well. The thoughts of them being to go after the Scotties in Ontario with the way they've performed today, I could see that being a really good goal for them. So pretty straightforward, just kind of pick it through the hole for Team Artichuk for the win. So I'll take this opportunity for the last kind of shout outs for our sponsors and our volunteers for the week here at the Beaumont Curling Club. Northern Lights Fiber is our platinum sponsor for the weekend. City of Beaumont Green App Solar are gold sponsors. Brightview Financial, Hack to House, and MFP is also sponsoring our club here for the Junior Slam. Huge shout outs to all our sponsors, as well as Curling Stadium bringing us our live broadcast, and all of our volunteers here at the Beaumont Curling Club, as well as the Silent Ice Center. So if you see anybody in the dark blue jackets, if you're coming down to the club, please say thank you. A lot of time and effort goes into events like this, and we are so thankful for our volunteers and everyone that's supported the Beaumont Curling Club and the Grand Slams here in Beaumont and Nisku Silent Ice Center. So first skip's rock for Team Artichuk. Looking for the hit through the hole and to end the game here.
Sweepers like it, and she's got it.
Yeah, great game by Team Artichuk.
Yeah.
Absolutely shut out the lights. Team Johnston will look to rebound here tomorrow, and I think they'll have a better showing tomorrow, and with a chance to get on the ice for the first time today. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors. My name is Matt Yo, brought you by Northern Lights Fiber, and we hope to see you back here at 8 o'clock for the Cooey and Grey Weathers game.
Yeah, we'll see you back here at 8, and thank you very much, and good curling, as they say.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at GSOCtickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.